What's up, people? Happy Wednesday. We're back. We're always here, I guess, week to week, in and out. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. It's about 1 o'clock on the East Coast. Got people from all over joining us today. So anyway, shout out in the comments where you're from. We always love to know that. What's up, Casey? What's up, Brian? Central Illinois is in the building. I'm in North Carolina, of course. So shout out where you're from. And also don't forget to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook just so we can see your name. It doesn't say Facebook user, I guess. What's up? Dallas Fort Worth is here. Cornfield, Iowa. What's happening? Perfect. Fantastic. All right. So we got people from all over checking in with us today. Chicago's here, Israel's here, Argentina's here, Disney World's here. We got people from all over. So anyway, welcome. Thanks for joining us. As always, we appreciate it. So you guys have seen over the past, I don't know, half year, no, probably all this year. I've made a couple of videos. We've talked to Michael from Vibo a little bit, but we're going to bring him on and talk a little bit more about it today, and then kind of get a little more insight from some power users that have probably been on the platform longer than me. Hello, Des. And kind of talk about that. What's up, Michael Mahler?
Yo, what's up?
You look like you're in a castle or something there.
Man, I was I'm in Argentina right now.
Nice.
And it's this weird Airbnb.
It's definitely interesting, Airbnb. It looks like a Gothic church.
Well, the funny thing is I literally just found out yesterday that the guy that's renting out the apartment,
the
ambassador of Argentina in Spain.
Whoa. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, I better behave.
Dude, we didn't really talk about that. Let's not get into the politics today. But yes, agreed with what Josh says here, praying for the people of Israel. That's a bad scene over there, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for a reason here on a lighter note. Thanks for a reason not to mow the lawn. Okay. Well, welcome to the program, Mark. I agree. We'll take your mind off of what else is happening in the world. But no, you're watching this live, David. Thanks for being on. And got a special panel of guests on today. Michael, I'll kind of let you, I'll just bring them on. Let's just do it one by one and kind of let you just introduce them. Your relationship with them, how long maybe they've been on the platform, or they can answer that as well.
Just let them in.
Let's get Eric on first, just because I feel like he's really at Disney World, and I want him to get back to the rides or the treats. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening? Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's my fault. It's my fault. I confused you about the day.
Oh, it's okay. I confused. It's really my fault. It starts at the top. I confused Michael because I needed to move it from the 18th to the 11th. So for everybody that showed up, I appreciate it. So Eric's here. He's actually in Disney World, taking time away to talk about Vibo, which is pretty admirable in itself. So yeah, kind of walk us through your history with the platform, how long you feel like you've been on there, and then how it's helped your business. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about today, and at the end of the day, helped your clients or couples.
Absolutely. So I think everyone's story is probably maybe a little bit different with Vibo and how you use it. It's all in how you run your business. But for me, I am a single op. I'm outside of Chicago normally. But I've been with Vibo about 5 years. I used a lot of CRMs, all-in-ones, before I found Vibo. And one thing I found that maybe was lacking was just the organization of things, the music part of it just didn't feel real cohesive, and it felt like a little bit clunky sometimes with the solutions that I had found. So when I discovered Vibo, literally my couples now get excited about planning their wedding. There's no friction between me and them when I'm trying to get information out of them and the music. I don't have to hound them. They are excited to get on Vibo and to use it, being app-based. And then how you set up Vibo as a user, you can really brand it and everything else. So there's just so many ways you could use Vibo to help out. Now, once your couple has used it and put all the information in, there's a ton of things that you can use as a business owner to help streamline things, to help save time, to keep all your information in one place where you don't have to go all over the place looking for the answers. And so Vibo is just a huge time saver when you're prepping the music, when you're getting the music list into your DJ software, when you're printing out PDFs so that you have everything, your whole script is right there. So in a nutshell, to try to be kind of quick while I'm here in Disney, in a nutshell, that's how it's kind of worked for me.
Yeah, man. How long do you feel like you've been on?
I've been on 5 years, and Vibo has changed tremendously in those 5 years. It is constantly evolving and improving. It's listening to its users and what they want to see and how Vibo could be better. And Vibo takes that information and implements it. And Vibo is it's grown so much. And it's just such a different app than it was when I started. And it's just far better. And I see great things to come still.
Same. Yeah. I mean, Michael and I've known each other at least that long. No, probably more like 7, 8 years. And just the transition from what it was to what it is pretty revolutionary. And I think it speaks to the company as a whole. It's are you going to just keep doing the same thing over and over, or are you going to listen to the people that are using it and paying for it and then implement the things that they're missing? And that's what they've done, over the last, 5, 7, 8 years. It's completely different than when I first saw it, when he first came here from Israel, whatever year that was, So I agree with you, man. It's definitely I don't want to say a work in progress because it's kick-ass as it is, but it definitely is evolving, like all software should, quite frankly.
And by the way,
do you have anything you want to add, Michael, to him before we let him get back to his vacation?
No, Eric's been a blessing. He's been with us for 5 years. He was, I think it's kind of funny because you and Joe and Eric both pushing me to make the PDF better. And Eric only agreed to start using the PDF a few months ago.
Nice.
After using it for 5 years.
Nice.
And Eric's also part of our success team. So we have a special link for anyone that hasn't joined yet. And Eric is one of the guys that you may meet. He's going to not only show you how to use Vibo, but also share his own template, share his own experience. And I think part of being part of the Vibo family, and Eric's his values are so much aligned, is just helping DJs grow using the platform. And so, Eric's
that was another
awesome.
point I was going to make when Eric was talking about, the beauty of it is at any given time, you never have to start from scratch, right? Because all these people are sharing their already existing templates, which saves you 6 to 12 hours probably instead of, I think I took one from Brian B maybe and tweaked his. Eric's got his up there. I think mine's up there. You've always got a basis or a backbone to start from, which again is a lot easier than starting from scratch. Well, cool, man. We'll let you get back to it. Have fun out there.
Thank you. I tell you, this is the community that when you're part of this Vibo community, this is what it is. It's just DJs, much like yours with everything that you've developed. It's just a family, and it's a group of DJs that want to see each other succeed. So that's what being part of Vibo is, and that's why I had to step aside and avoid a ride that would have made me sick anyways and jump on this call.
Trust me, I was there last year. Left so sick. I had a good time, but I was sick as hell.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Later.
Bye.
All right. All right, we'll let him get back. What's up, Maxwell?
What's up? How
are you, man?
I'm good. I'm glad to be.
So we're just kind of keeping it moving through here. Kind of walk us, through your path with Vibo and how you got onto it and how long you've been using it, and then, I guess really, I always like to know, DJ reactions, but I also love to hear, how your couples, because at the end of the day, I feel like it's making their job a lot easier as well. Their homework.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I'm a really big experience guy. I definitely am. I kind of try and view so long story short, my name is Max. I own a multi-op based in Buffalo, New York. We've got a team of about 7 DJs, and we do weddings primarily. But when I first came into sitting in the seat and operating with a team, we didn't have anything that was like client facing that really made the experience enjoyable at all. Like, just essentially, I always used to tell couples that, you've probably filled out 17 PDFs by now, and I do not want to add to that pile. So when I first was looking for that like client facing experience, I ran right into Vibo, and I've been using it for the last 5.5 years.
Sure.
And it's to the point where, I guess, let's put it this way. In consults, when I sit down with the bride and groom for the first time, it's been mentioned so many times in our reviews in the past that couples will sit down and already ask about it before I even bring up that we use it.
Nice.
So it creates an experience for couples that actually makes them listen to music instead of just typing down some names of artists or song titles or something like that. Being able to be in the platform in their hand, that they get to listen to music, and you can walk them through a process and you can track them to check in. It's just so much more of a seamless experience. So by the time they get to the performance, they've already had level 10 service the entire way through. And then you get to perform. And of course, their, expectation of you is already surpassed. So by the time they get there, they're ready for some fun.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, we've kind of, are newer to it than you guys are, what I would call power users, but I've definitely gotten super positive feedback from my couples in terms of just the tech of it, the fact that it is an app and not just some web-based thing. And the fact that it's not another Google Doc or another Google Sheet or another Excel, mess, quite frankly. And again, I think it just, it goes to show, like, if you stick with something, if you use it, if you show it to your couples, again, I still don't see hardly anybody here in the office, but we do so many online consultations, and that's part of the presentation, or the, if they do come here, I would show it up on the big screen, but if not, I'm going to show it on Zoom, and do a screen share, show them what they're going to, be logging into, show them what it looks like. Sometimes I'll even show them on my end, like what I'm going to spit out at the end of it, so that I'm prepared for their show. So when I have my final prep meeting Monday for my Saturday wedding, I kind of showed her, like, here's the back end, and this is the notes that y'all put in. Here's what I see, and we just kind of went through it. Is this still right? Do you still need these, 2 microphones for the ceremony? Is the first dance still this? And so it's very interesting, like how different people see it and how different people use it, I guess.
Absolutely. I think with the clients too, it allows them to feel like you're holding their hand through that process. So instead of feeling like, okay, I just hired someone and I'm going to see them in a year or way down the road, and all I have is this planning form to answer questions about or fill out by hand or even on the computer, it just feels disconnected. Whereas with Vibo, to have them in their pocket, if they hear a song on the radio in the car, or they're laying down in bed scrolling on Instagram and they see a reel that they love that piece of music that was the background, then they can jump in quickly and just toss it right in. So it's super convenient, but it also feels like they're working directly with us, because as soon as they ask a question or something like that during the planning process, getting that information for us is super simple. We just go there, find their event, check, perfect, here's your answer. And they're like, wow, you guys have been hand in hand through this entire thing. And it makes it more of like I don't know, the relationship that you build with your couples only gets exponentially better when you have something that they can have in their pocket.
I agree. I mean, I'm such a big fan of that, whatever it is, 6 to 12 month lead up to the wedding. Whether it's following them on Instagram and knowing that they have a new puppy, or the back and forth emails, or I mean, I can assure you, if you're, in any sort of way on the internet, they are following you. And like now I'm like seeing it more than ever in the last 2 years, where people are, at the last phone call, what I call the advanced meeting, they're, oh, you're definitely bringing the CO2 cannon, right? Or, how about the other day when that lady, was making that crazy request? Like you can tell they are literally stalking you. And so, even us, like, when we send out, like right after they book, this little wedding emergency kit thing, right? Like this kind of stuff is such a no brainer. It's got like, Band-Aids and shout wipes and shit like that in it. It's falling all over the place. But like this kind of stuff is the thing that makes you legendary by the time you get there. You haven't even played. I get tips all the time. I haven't even played a record yet. So it's that 6 to 12 month lead up and things like Vibo and things like this that will make you literally a hero come wedding day.
I think that people go ahead, Michael. Sorry.
No, I was saying we did a panel at DJ Expo, and Rachel was saying something that I really liked. She was saying how when she gets booked, she gets paid a few $1,000s, and then there's a transaction made, but now she has something to give the client. They just paid you whatever, $2,000, $3,000, whatever the number may be, and then they get the app instantly rather than having to wait to get the product in 12 months.
Right. I love that. Love that. We see your questions, guys. By the way, we'll definitely circle back on those. I'll probably let Michael answer those since he's the authority on those. Max, anything else to add before we cut you loose to go book some more shows?
I'm gonna try. I think the biggest thing that I noticed is, although Vibo, when you first start using it, helps with organization, first off, in terms of your own brain, in terms of the back end of the business, what it ends up doing is it shows up on both sides of essentially the business. You have all of these reviews now that are mentioning the fact that you have an app, that it's so integral and it's in your pocket and it's so convenient and it's so seamless. So all of those are going to bring referrals because so many people are going to be looking at your reviews. Mm-hmm. And then on the front side, in the sales process, these brides and grooms have no idea what to expect. They're getting married for the first time. So when you go through these consults, you find yourself having to educate them a lot on what is good or what to expect. And when you show them, hey, we have not only thought about everything that you need to think about for the actual day, but through the planning process, here's a solution that's going to answer every single one of your questions, be connected to the streaming services that you listen to right now, that's extremely convenient. And then we're going to reconvene once we get closer. Yeah. It just makes them in their head say, wow, they've literally thought about everything that I'm going to run into before I get there. And then they just feel even more comfortable to give you as much money as you ask for. That's about it.
I love it. I love it. Michael,
thanks, guys.
any other thoughts with him before we cut him loose?
Just to say thank you to Max. Max is awesome. He also pushes me to make that better, and he's also part of our success team. He doesn't have a ton of time, so he does a few calls a week, as all of our team does. So trying to help DJs.
If you guys are interested, let's chat.
Yeah, there's a long link on the screen. Thanks, Max. See you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy.
I made the link a bit shorter, but I sent it in the private chat to you.
All right, stand by.
Joe. That link will be a link to anyone that hasn't joined yet and wants to join. You'll meet either Max or Eric or Jay. I don't know if Jay's in the waiting room.
Jay's in the backstage. I'm about to bring him on. So there's the link, calendly.com/Vibo-success-team/ the vault. Or can't they just go here? They can go here and
they can just go here, but that won't track it. So we want to know how many people came through the vault, and we're going to give you a small gift for joining. Anyone that uses that specific link and books a call with one of our guys will get $50 off the first month.
Oh,
just as a thank you. Just as a thank you for joining
one
today.
Of the questions. Yeah. So what's up, Todd? How are you? Yeah, a lot of fans in the chat. We'll come back to some of those questions. Let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend, J Merch. What's up,
What's
man?
up? What's up? How you been, Joe?
Good, man. Good. I saw you switch over backstage. He was in the car and then he like rolled right into the office and switched cameras. Yeah,
in like the East Wind, out like the West.
that's right. That was too smooth, too smooth. Well, man, welcome. We're just kind of I saw you backstage, so you heard us chatting. We talked to Eric, we talked to Max a little bit about their experience and whatnot. I know you also work kind of on the what Michael calls the success team, take some calls, help people get set up, help people get started.
Yeah.
Like kind of tell us your backstory, with the app mainly, and kind of how you use it, where you are, how your clients are liking it. That's kind of what we're touching on a little bit today before we get into some of the questions.
Well, when I had started using Vibo, back in 2019, so about 4 or 5 years now, I was just really starting my journey as a full-time DJ, and I hadn't really had a lot of gigs booked personally and then for the business, right? But I went to DJ Expo, got kind of caught in the web with Mike and Darren. Darren's the one who kind of signed me up for a demo, and got on the call with Michael, and he showed me the application, which was nowhere as great as it is today. It was great then, but it is phenomenal right now. But I knew when I sat on the call with Michael after watching him show me this app that and Eric and Maxwell have talked at length about like the organization of this app and how well it organizes your clients. But what I saw in this app was that there was no way that I was going to have this app show it to my potential clients and them say, yeah, we're going to go with another DJ, right? So like as great as a planning tool as Vibo is, it is an even better marketing tool for my business. And to that point, it's really been the success. It's been pinnacle to the growth and success of my career as a DJ and my business as well. If you look at my reviews, and my company is On the Beat FX, I have a few DJs under me. I would call us more of a creative group than a multi-op. And we've got tons of musicians that we work with as well, because that's my background. If you look at my reviews, my clients are mentioning, we're dope, we're talented, we're organized, but they're mentioning the app, right? Like per word. Or they're mentioning, they're mentioning the planning portion of it, right? And what's cool, and to expand on what Maxwell said, when it comes to clients, if they're in the car or if they're on the couch watching the Super Bowl and Rihanna's singing a song, they can much more easily open the app, say, oh man, that would be a dope cocktail hour song. Let me throw that in my cocktail hour playlist. That would be a dope dinner song. Let me throw that in my dinner playlist, right? Like for everyone not using Vibo right now, like you go through the process of popping up your phone, logging into whatever website you need to go to bring up some Excel spreadsheet, right? Like just to put in one song, right? Like I tell DJs when I'm on my success calls, I'm just like, hey, wouldn't it be much better in your mind if you're in a car or with a group of friends and it's 2 a.m. You're just like, let's add that to our wedding playlist, to as easy as Spotify or as easy as Instagram to tap an app and easily put in a song just like that, right? And so now with the app, I'm getting much more curated visions. I'm getting much more insight into who my clients are. And I'm delivering at a higher level now, right? Because now since my clients have this app for months before their wedding, right? Through Thanksgiving, through Christmas, through summer holidays with friends and family, they're thinking of these songs over a period of time that they would not have thought of, if they had to crunch and fill in a form, a month before or a week before their actual event. They're filling in these things over time, over holidays with friends and family, so that by the time their wedding comes, right, or their event, I'm getting such curated lists for cocktail, for dinner, for dance, to the fact where like clients are coming up to me telling them that their friends or family are just like, the music's so good, your DJ's great. And of course, like I'm doing my job as a DJ and deep diving and going into crates and exploring music, but they're giving me those, like they know their friends, they know their family better than I do.
That's right. I always say that.
Right. They know themselves better than I do, right? So with that being said, like them giving me the insight is like the keys to the kingdom. Like that's the secret sauce, right? I think that's like the most unintentional, magical part about Vibo. It's just
Sure.
delivering better experiences. for
Yeah, I
your
don't know these
client.
people. Exactly. These are your family, your friends, right?
Absolutely.
I think you've coined a new phrase. Pablo Miami said, tap that app. Tap that app. That's the new,
I don't remember saying that.
dude, make the t-shirt. Michael, get the t-shirt made for the collective.
Ooh,
Jay will
Tap
make
that
it.
app.
Yeah,
That's
for the
it.
Good
collective.
stuff
Hell
right
yeah.
there.
That's it.
The link on the screen is there to book a call to get you going. I just wanted to give thanks again, Jay. Appreciate it, man.
My pleasure.
And you're welcome to hang right there if you want.
Yeah, I'm good.
Definitely got a lot of fans. Been a game changer. I just wanted to show real quick if this works. I haven't shared my screen in a while on this platform, but I was gonna show you, like, are y'all seeing that, Michael? Everybody?
Yeah.
This is Saturday. And so Cassie and I were on the on a Zoom yesterday, and then I was sharing my screen. And so what I did, was I literally went in kind of like how she sees it, and was just kind of reading through some of the, her input before I went to the PDF mode of my end, and just made some notes myself. So we were talking more, and she was like, well, we're reading our own vowels. So what did I do? I changed the one microphone to two microphones.
Nice.
We were talking about, like, they were going to start the ceremony a little bit different. So I kind of went in and put some notes down here. I mean, it was just so much easier for me. Like, what I do is just kind of go through each section with them, kind of read what they've put in there. Okay, perfect. Yeah. And then at the end, that's when I'll go, or really not even the end of the call, but really, like, let's call it 2 or 3 days before the wedding, when I think everything is done. Then I go to the PDF and kind of tick off the different things that I do and don't want in there, and now this has come such a long way. And then finally, boom, click download the PDF. So, now you can see the bigger font. If your eyes are going bad like mine, you can change the font type. Some people use it on an iPad, which is what I do. So you can look, I usually leave mine vertical, but some people use landscape. Like, it's got a lot more. I don't even know if that pop-up showing. Is it showing? Sorry.
Yeah, it's showing.
So anyway, that's kind of like the way that I do my final prep, if you will. And it's been really a game changer for me as well. Yeah. So welcome everybody. If you join late, we've just been talking about Vibo. We talked to a few people that are using it, talked to a few people that are working with it and working with Michael to make it even better. Tons of fans in the chat as well. Establish credibility with clients. Yep. Customization's clutch. I agree. So I'm gonna scroll back, and there was a few
what's
questions.
up, big bro? That's my guy.
Let's see. This is a good question here. Either one of y'all want to kind of touch on this, just because they're so different. I mean, Michael, you want to kind of just explain what one is versus the other?
Sure. And I wouldn't say it's better. It's just different.
Not better.
Like,
That's
it's
nasty.
Completely total different
Different.
product. Like,
that's what I should.
One's a flower, one's a tree. I don't know what to say.
There we go.
Like, DJ Event Planner is a CRM that has features to help you choose songs, and it's totally fine. Like, it works great. It's robust. A lot of DJs love it.
Yeah.
Vibo, when we created Vibo, we didn't even know DJ Event Planner existed because we were creating it in Israel.
Yeah.
So what we did is we just focused on one thing, which is the planning process. So that's where we shine.
Yeah.
So most DJs use both. So it's not what's better. It's like, should I utilize a CRM and a planning tool?
Right.
And it's just not trying to be a jack of all trades. So it's trying to say, I'm the best DJ. If you're the best DJ, you're probably not the best photographer. So you can't be good at two things at once and be the best. So we want to be the best for your planning process. So you can keep using DJ Event Planner. Thank God it's also pretty affordable. And then you can use Vibo to complement that whole process. We also think it's also affordable because it'll make you money and help you with your whole DJ business.
Yeah.
And then you can give the client this amazing tool that's like Jay and the rest of the boys were saying, and you were saying, Joe, is just make it easy on them and not having them to run to a computer, opening it on a clunky screen on their phone where they don't really understand where they are. They just tap that app. Like who said that? Was it Pablo?
No, I think
Hell
Jay
yeah.
said it, and then Pablo
Jay
heard
and
him say
Pablo.
it.
Like,
Jay,
yeah, I mean, just
Jay has to be
tap that
credited
app.
when the t-shirt sales come out. You have to give him the t-shirt sales
Respect.
money.
Respect.
Yeah. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. And yeah, this person was asking about the discount user. Yeah, you're just gonna click on this link, or you can't click on it. Sorry. The link here on the screen is gonna get you
The
set up
longest
with a
link in the
call.
world. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is long. Anyway, write that down if you don't mind, or take a screenshot of it. If you're looking at this now, I'm gonna leave it up there. But set up a call with them. If you end up going forward with the trial, you get, what is it, $50 off your first month?
Anyone that joins with that code today will get $50 off for the first month if they book the call today. Whether the call is in a week doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
right.
They need to book the call today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm scrolling through.
By the way, shout out to the DJ's Vault and to DJ Collective, because we have an update for the DJ Collective.
Ooh.
We're going to be the app for the DJ Collective. And thanks to you guys pushing us, we've added the ability to add photos to questions. That's coming out in about a week, so that we can display all the people talking at the collective in a really beautiful way. But that's just for the collective. I think using it in the real world for us as DJs, it'll allow us to display different products that we're selling within the app, et cetera, showing them, the sparks or whatever you're trying to get feedback about.
Nice.
So thanks for the DJ Collective.
I
don't know if there's any room to go, but whoever.
There's a few seats open. If you're not familiar, it's
Jay
the
are gonna be there
DJ
as
Collective.
well.
It always sells out. Hop in or
the
miss
DJ
out.
Collective official.com. I'm going to be in Atlanta this year, November 13th through the 15th. So if you're interested, still can grab a ticket. If you're highly interested, ping me and I'll see if I've got any discount codes left. I think I might have burned them all up, but anyway, if you can make it, November 13th through the 15th in ATL. All right, so back to the questions. I don't think there were many more. Vibo's a lot of love. I like this. Vibo's allowed our team to create an experience for our clients rather than making this transactional. Too much of what is done for a wedding or private event are transactional. We use Vibo to educate our clients during the planning process within each section or formality. Yeah, that's kind of what I was showing you on the screen share. Like, I can go through and see each section, and if they have any questions about it, boom. Is there a CRM component? No. I mean, I wouldn't really say it's a CRM at all. Like, it's not storing.
It won't be either.
Yeah.
It's not going to be.
It's not storing your leads or keeping track of them or following up with them. It's strictly I would call it a companion to a CRM. You know what I mean? I think it could go, no matter if you used Honeybook or Simple System or DJEP, like Vibo is going to be complementary with any of these, right? Because all you have to do is change in your CRM where you're sending people for the planning part of it. Even if you use DJEP like I do and didn't want them to see the planning part of it, then I just send them to Vibo instead. So Eric Miner's pumped. Yes, sir. Casey Rush, pumped. Nice. What Brian was saying, the ability to cut down on FaceTime meetings, phone calls, and see the planning is amazing. The client feels engaged with you and your company, gets some excited months from their event. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, I love the 6 to 12 month planning process. Like, we just always have emails trickling out to couples. Like, the worst thing you can do is to book a wedding today for next November, right? For $4,000 or $5,000, whatever you're getting in your market. And then these people don't hear from you until early next November. It's just shitty. It's not a good way to be. It makes people think that you forgot about them. It makes them forget about you, quite frankly. Like, you want them following you on social. You want them messing around with their planner when they're watching the Super Bowl. You want them, engaged with you. You want them liking your pictures and going, oh, those lights look sick. Can you bring those to my wedding? Like, in the comments. Like, you want all of that relationship because it just makes them feel so much closer to you once you actually show up that it's a no-brainer that you're gonna kill it, you know?
Yeah. I have a comment on one of my reviews. Shout out to one of my brides. She wrote a 3-4 paragraph long review for us on
Yeah.
Google, right?
Yeah.
And one of her comments was, hey, you know, they were always there and available to communicate, right?
Oh wow. Nice.
And, you know, I shared that comment, you know, that review with other DJs because, you know, that wasn't necessarily the case, right? Like I wasn't near my phone 24/7 just waiting for, you know, her or anyone else to call, right? But what had happened was since I had gave them the app, right? And they had the ability to tap that app, right?
Tap that app.
It felt like we were there 24/7 with them, right? Because it was something we had gifted to them, right? It is something that when they felt they need to change in their timeline, and the beautiful thing about Vibo is that in the timeline, the questions, the music, the timing of things are all right there in one screen. It's all together, right? It felt like whenever she wanted to make a change for her wedding, when she tapped the app, she could essentially feel like she was communicating with us her needs and her desires, right? From a moment's notice. And that's what she was expressing in that review. And you could read, you know, look up my company on the Beat FX and you can reread the reviews yourself. And you'll see that kind of pattern all over the place where clients feel like, you know, of course we're following up and, you know, emails and texts and all that good stuff as well. But it's that extra layer of that communication that Vibo has given them.
Customer service,
customer service that helps them to feel like, you know, we're always there and available for them, right?
I love it.
I wanted to say something about what you said, Joe, and I know it's something that Jay keeps saying on whenever we meet, is about that human thing. Like we're humans, we forget. So flip the script. Like instead of you forgetting to communicate with them, let them add the songs and forget that they added them.
Yeah.
And use that as a weapon on the day of, and they think you're a genius and you're like a mind reader, even though you fucking, excuse my French, you fucking told me 7 months ago and you forgot, thank God. And that makes me as a DJ look amazing.
Yep. Because it is such a long, you know, like a long planning process usually. You know what I mean? If you are really at the high end of your market and people really want you, you book a long way out. I mean, I kind of let it slip out yesterday. I probably shouldn't have told her, but I kind of wanted her to know how blessed she was. But I was supposed to, I was talking to the girl yesterday for Saturday and I said, did you book this? I looked at the calendar and we must have 16, 17 weddings this Saturday. I think it's the busiest Saturday of the year. And I said, did you book this a long time ago? She said, yeah, we booked the venue and then you the same day, 18 months ago. And I said, I figured that because about 6 or 7 months ago, a girl asked me to go to Italy to DJ her wedding. And I'm like, and I looked at the calendar and I was like, oh man, I can't. I just can't, you know, I had a contract and I have a commitment. And as much as I wanted to go to Italy and DJ a wedding, I'm going to be right here in Raleigh, right down the street, rocking it out.
Wow.
So it's just, you know, it's a long planning process when you're in demand. And so there's nothing better than nurturing that relationship, you know? All right. Anything else? Any final words from either of you guys? I gotta hustle out of here. I gotta help my mom with some stuff this afternoon, so I don't want to keep her waiting.
I just want to address one question.
Go
in
ahead.
The chat.
I didn't see it.
If Vibo can mow his lawn, Mark. Of course it can. Yeah,
of course it can. Sure. You just tap the app and then just set it on the ground and then come back about 6 hours later. It'll
love it.
It'll work. Trust me.
Like
Make sure your Bluetooth is turned on. Yeah,
exactly. It's like a Roomba.
It's called lawn mode.
Well, guys, I guess I'll see both of y'all in less than 30 days, right?
Absolutely.
In ATL or right at 30 days.
Yes,
I will
sir.
see you guys there. And for anybody else that wants to come, it's the DJCollectiveofficial.com. Again, take a screenshot right quick of the link on the screen. That'll get you a direct calendar link to the Vibo team. And one of the gentlemen that we saw today will probably take your call, walk you through setup. And if you book that call today, you get $50 off your first month. All right.
Shout out,
Thank
man.
you.
Shout out to
Joe,
the team,
thank you
man.
so much for having us.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you all,
guys.
man. I always appreciate it. Thanks everybody that took a little time from their lunch or waking up wherever you are in this great big world and keep on vibing. Joshua said, agreed. So appreciate you guys. Thanks, Michael, Jay, Max, Eric. Thank you everybody, and thank y'all for being on. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
Later,
All right.
guys.
Peace.
Bye.